Hello, hello. Oh my God, the light is really bad today. Ooh, yeah. Hello, whoever's here. Can you see me okay? My light is very bad. It's raining outside and I don't have a ring light. So I hope we can do this okay. Welcome to the live. Say something so I know who you are. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy and abide by community guidelines. That's right. Hello, hello. Say hello. Greta, my faithful friend. How are you? Yep, this is rainy season and it gets dark here exactly at 6:30 every day, whether we're in rainy season or not. So, and then when it rains, I don't have the sunlight. Hello, welcome. How's everybody doing on a hump day? Hump day. So this is our live here, and then the next live is next week, and then after that, you're grateful, got breath? Yes, ma'am. Cultivating a spirit of thankfulness is apparently very healthy. I remembered saying that years ago, and then all the gurus started saying the same thing. When you wake up in the morning and you're in your right mind, you remember your name, what day it is, where you are, you give thanks to God or the universe, you get up, all your limbs are working. Yes, I do that every day, and I say, thank you, God, for waking me up. Of course, that's the way I want to go. I'd like to just go to sleep and not wake up. And I think that's what most people wish for, right? Uh, anyway, let's just wait a few more minutes. How have you been doing, Miss Greta? Do you have a YouTube channel? Let me know if you already have a channel or if you're just thinking about it, which is okay. Oh, it's dark and cold where you are. Hello, hello. Please say hello. Tell me your name and who you are, where you from. I've been doing great. I will start my channel soon. Yes. That's good. Just need to get started, guys. I'm telling you. That's the first step. And that's probably the one that is the hardest because sometimes we want to have everything tidy before we get started. Not in this business. Jump in. That's what we recommend you do. And it will get better as time goes by. So don't wait. Conscious healing. Oh, that sounds deep. My 63rd. Oh my good. On Friday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I have a friend. Every time it's her birthday, I would call because we usually not in the same city. So I would sing. And then one year, I don't know, I was busy and I didn't call her all day. I finally had some time like at 5:30. She's like, I've been waiting all day for you to call and sing happy birthday. That's so bad. So that's what I do. I sing for people when it's their birthday. All right, guys, say hello. We got 5. I know we may not have a large crowd today, but that's okay. Yep. We feel bad when we think bad thoughts. Yes, we can reprogram. And it is an exercise for people to do. And I keep saying it takes 3 weeks to develop a good habit, right? And that's why people like you and people who are coaches are so important because they become the accountability person and they give you those assignments, those homework, and it kind of forces the person to engage in those exercises. Because if you don't, you're not going to change your mindset, right? And I keep saying it takes intention to do anything. It starts right here. That's why you need to. I know last Sunday we were doing our cooking show and I was talking about acceptance and it gets pretty heavy. And we were on for 2 hours and I tried not to do it. Even at the last minute, I kept saying, I have to go, guys. There were still 20, 30 people still on because, to come to a point where you accept, the serenity prayer, things you can't change what you can, and then go forward. And I think having lived to be 66, you learn a few things along the way. You learn to let some things go. You learn to do what you can and then say, you know what, I've done what I can, and you have to let it go. And that's where the peace comes in, and that's where you get your mind straight, and then you can, go forward. Because as I said, this life can be pretty, I don't have the word for it because some people still, life deals them such a crappy life, really. And when I see these folks, and I'm like, I don't even know how they are going forward because I consider myself pretty strong. But some of the things I see people go through, and they still rise up and thrive. That's amazing. So the human spirit, we have so much capability, we just don't know yet. Okay, enough chit-chatting. We have 9. Yay, that's good. I was waiting for 10. So hopefully people are going to come in. You guys know. So everybody in the chat, please tell me if you already have a YouTube channel, or if you're just thinking about it, you're just here for the information, or you just want to hang out with us. It's okay too. It's okay. Everybody's welcome. But the reason I'm doing these lives is because my video that I posted, I want to say 2 weeks ago, I have gotten so many comments. Oh, I feel encouraged. Oh, I've had my channel for like a couple of years and it's haphazard and nothing is happening. I had one person tell me that she had been on YouTube for 15 years. That's a long time. And then her channel got monetized. One of them, she's over 200K, and that now she's getting ready to start another one, which is something that even I might consider doing a separate channel for this YouTube thing that's taking a life of its own, right? Because I am, I guess, a coach for people who are older, single women retiring abroad. And that's the main thing that I teach. I make videos about that. And when people come here, they're still asking me questions. They're in, they join my WhatsApp group and we're just there to support them. But this YouTube thirst that I've discovered for people who are of a certain age. So I'm still in my, age bracket. When I say single women retiring abroad, I'm not going to say you have to be 55 and over. I'm not that specific. If you consider yourself a seasoned, experienced woman and you're single and you're retiring abroad, my information is for you as well. So when I saw I was getting so many questions, and it was kind of like a kumbaya thing too. People want to feel supported, especially if they start something and then they feel all alone and they have no direction. So this is where I'm trying to give directions. In fact, I have like a microphone here. I'm thinking of doing a podcast. When I do the live, you kind of have to be here or you can catch the replay. But if I have a podcast, you could be walking, you could be working out, you could be listening to the information. So I'm thinking of doing what I'm going to call the SWRA podcast. And of course, I'm sticking to the name for seasoned creators only, because I think our needs are unique. And for the things that I mentioned in the last video, why are we such a prime group? Why can we be successful doing this? And I gave you those reasons last week. Is because we're seasoned, we've experienced life, we have experience in so many things. We are better at creating things and seeing things through. We're not so impulsive, right? We can we've created projects. Some of us were project managers. I mean, the experience that we have, I think what most people need is a blueprint, and which is what I'm offering you guys. So the first one, the first live, this is the third, yeah, this is the third live. The first one, I called it, I was making the case for why becoming a creator on the YouTube platform is a good idea. So I made the case. I took you through the history of YouTube, how it developed, and how it is so well supported now, being the number 2 search engine in the world behind only Google, which is the company that swallowed them up. I mean, if I had a business and I wanted to be acquired for like $13.5 billion, yeah, I don't want Google to acquire me, right? And the 3 guys who left, who created YouTube, because in the beginning it was like a dating app and it kind of moved and morphed, and now they're out creating other companies. And this is why being an entrepreneur is, you start something, you grow it, you sell it, you go start something else. Now we are seasoned, we're not spring chicken, but in our mind we have so much knowledge. So that's why I said that doing YouTube in our space of season, older, experience, hopefully it's not just women. There are some men doing it as well. I still have men commenting on my video. They say, I don't qualify, but I'm like, yeah, you qualify. The information is universal. And then the second one, I think I said how to structure your YouTube channel the correct way, right? And if you've been watching some, even today, because I talk about being an eternal learner, researching constantly, you should never get to a point where you say, I think I've got this, that I'm going to go do it, and I don't ever have to hear from anybody else. No, you constantly learning. Every day you're going to learn something different. Today I heard this guy from vidIQ say, find 3 people in the niche that you're considering. Watch their videos. Watch the 3, 4 highest viewed of their videos, your competitor, not competitor, but somebody in your niche. And watch those videos over and over and write down what you see them doing repetitively. Because once you understand the system and you have your system, like right now, I have 2 videos that have done really well. So I keep watching them to say, what is it about those videos that attracted people? Why is it that I still have like 1,000 views a day on these videos? It doesn't matter, right? So being an eternal learner is important. So I talked about in the second video how to structure it properly. So if it is your first time here today, I really encourage you. You know what I used to do when I was driving? Because I used to drive a lot between facilities for my job. I would just tune in. That's when I read book on audiobooks, and you listen to podcasts, because whenever you have free time, standing in line, wherever, listen to something productive. Don't waste your time listening to R&B and all these other things. You're just feeding those millionaires your little coins. You don't need to do that. Invest in yourself when you have any free time. That's what I do. When I'm on a plane, whether I'm driving, whether I'm waiting at the doctor's office, I'm always listening. When I'm walking, Okay. So today in the third installment, I want to give you the nitty-gritty, the 10 surefire steps to growing your channel to get to monetization. And again, if you are in this YouTube space, you know that YouTube says you need 1,000 subscribers. Now, I heard again that they changed the rules, 500, I don't know. But I need you to think in your mind, you need to get because when you only have 500, you're not open to all the opportunities to make money. So think about, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. That means how long people are watching your videos. Because another thing I said, I keep forgetting where I saw it. What gets measured I keep always forgetting it. If you measure something, it's going to do well. That's why you can't just think gets done. What gets measured gets done. YouTube is a master at measuring everything because, in business, everything should be data driven. You don't care if somebody say, "Oh, I love your channel. You love my channel, but did you subscribe?" You know what I'm saying? So you got to put an action to the feeling. You cannot depend exactly on, "Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, she's lovely." Mm-mm. It comes to the nitty gritty, right? So today we're going to talk about the 10 steps. So if you don't have a channel yet, or if you have a channel, right? Let's think about, go back and look at watch the 2 videos, because those steps are important for you to understand. I was just trying to get your mindset to understand that this is serious, okay? And I said that in those videos. Don't think you want to do this just for fun. I mean, it can be fun. I'm having fun. Like yesterday, I interviewed someone, and that video is going to drop on Friday. I was having fun. I love the interaction. I love to learn. I love watching my subscriber count go up. As of now, I just watched it. I'm 54 subscribers away to hit 5,000. I was thinking I was going to hit it at the end of this month. Today is what? 16? So once you hit that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, sometimes, not sometimes, what happens, I think, and I don't have all the answers. I keep talking about the algorithm. I call it Mr. Algorithm just to be on the fun side. I don't understand how this thing works because it is such an intricate, some PhD prepared whiz kid probably came up with it. But I heard the other day a guy's like, "I hate this algorithm, blah, blah, blah." I'm like, yeah, you could hate it, but this is what we got. This is what's going to feed you to allow you to make those few dollars. I also talked about knowing your why you are doing this. If you're doing it just to have fun, yeah, you can have fun, but it's more fun when you see that it's growing, right? It's more fun if you open your account one day and you see $500 in there. I mean, it's not much. Some people, it's $2,500. And the guys with the hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I'm sure it's not just 500, right? People have left their jobs and doing this full time. Make sure you articulate your why. Me, I like to write things down, right? I have 2 notebooks here, and my thoughts, when I think of something, I write it down. If I don't have the notebook, I have my phone. I have a note in my phone. I put things there because I can try to remember it later on, and I can verbalize it exactly the same. All right. So whether you have a channel or you don't have a channel, listen. If you have a channel that is not doing so well, watch the first 2 lives. If your channel is doing well, but you would like it to do better, you keep listening, because remember, you can always learn something from someone. 5,000, yeah, I'm going to hit that tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to have 5,000. I know, right? That's what I'm saying. Once you hit that 1,000 subscribers, it becomes almost organic, because the algorithm, Mr. Algorithm, is looking to see, do you have focus? Have you identified your people? Have you identified your audience? Do you have a niche? And if the algorithm sees that you are consistent, and you worked hard enough to hit 1,000, that's when the door is open. And the way it opens is the algorithm again, this computerized, whatever it is, somebody developed it in the dungeon somewhere in some basement, is going to take your latest video or other videos and start suggesting it to other people. Now, why is it that when you decide to watch a video and then all of a sudden you see on the right hand side a bunch of other videos that may or may not be related to what you were watching? And I think something that could make us think is that in this digital world, you heard what trouble Facebook was in and Google and all these politicians trying to put the brake on. They can't do it. Everything gets measured. I keep telling you, your phone, your conversations, the website you go to, the music you listen to, it's data. They're mining the data. And then they put you in this little group and they're suggesting to you that the only way YouTube makes money is through advertising, right? Right? So when you're watching your video, how many ads go through your video? I'm quick to just say skip ad. But when you're trying to grow your channel, that's where you're going to make your watch hours. So as you try to grow your channel, tell all your friends and your family saying, okay, I just posted that video. I need you all to watch it. Don't skip the commercial, because YouTube is measuring how long do they stay on. Because when you're looking at, they say click-through rate, CTR. And not next week, hopefully I can get this Zoom thing situated so I can show you my screen. You need to learn how to access the information that YouTube is providing to you free of charge. And the people who are doing so well are the ones who have studied the system. So now you're just getting started. You're going to find those people who say how to. But when they're saying how to, watch to see how successful they are, because lately I've been seeing a bunch of people from a certain continent saying, do this to increase your viewership. Do this to increase your subscription. And then I look down, they have 55 subscribers. Seriously? You're going to tell me what to do, but you haven't gotten there yourself. That's so comical. All right? So you need to learn to use the data. YouTube tells you who's watching you. YouTube tells you when they're online. YouTube tells you the sex of your viewers. YouTube tells you the age breakdown. YouTube tells you the geographic location of the people watching your videos. YouTube tells you, suggests to you when to post your videos so you can capture more people. YouTube also tells you what other channel are your people watching. So if you are in an industry and you're talking about conscious healing, for example, Miss Greta, when you go into your YouTube studio, it is showing you what other channels your people are watching. So what is your homework? Go watch their channel. What do we have in common? Why are they watching both of our channels? So much information. And again, my job and your job is to keep studying. So I always tell you guys, I don't come here telling you I'm an expert. I am not. I'm a medical person. I know a little something about health, growing old, dementia, depression, anxiety. I know a little something about that. But this YouTube thing, I am a novice. I am new at it. I'm still learning. So I keep watching the videos from the gurus. vidIQ is almost at 2 million subscribers. Do you think he knows a little something? Of course. But I'm not going to waste my time and energy watching somebody who has 100 subscribers. When I'm at 5,000, I'm trying to get to 10, right? So again, we're going to talk about how you get your subscribers, but when you want your watch hours, because sometimes you get the watch hours before the subscription. There's a lady now who's got a little bit less than me, but she's almost at 1 million views. I don't even know how that works, but she does, because YouTube is not lying about the numbers, right? So when you tell your friends and family to turn on your video and watch it, tell them to not skip the ads, because that's going to help you grow your watch hours. Okay, let's get to the point. I'm long-winded. Let's see, 25 minutes. Hopefully we won't be here longer than an hour. So again, go watch the the previous 2 lives. You need to do that, okay? This is an investment. Know your why, and I'm not going to go over that again. You have to write it for yourself. Number 1, decide whether you don't have a channel or whether you have a channel already. Making that conscious decision to say, okay, I am going to be serious about this YouTube thing. That's a decision. Oh, I've been thinking about doing YouTube for so long. I'm going to do it this time. That's a decision. Someone sent me a message yesterday saying, well, thank you so much for your information. I think I have an idea now what my focus is going to be. Hello, that's great. And that's what I want for you. Clarity, clarity. Remember, write things down, guys. You need to have clarity. You should know now that it's a good investment. You can make as much money in YouTube as you want, but you got to go to the steps. Decide what you're going to do. If you're watching me and after you watch all the lives, you're like, well, you know, that's just too much work. I don't think I'm up for it. And that's okay. But don't think you're going to be successful if you don't put in the effort. It's not going to happen. Decide you're going to do it. Decide that you're going to follow the system. Decide that you're going to become a student learner. Decide that all the other things we're going to talk about. Make that decision. In life, everything starts with a decision, a conscious decision, not a decision that you're going to make because you're going to be influenced by me. I can inspire you, but don't let me influence you, because my journey is not going to be your journey, right? Okay, so decide for yourself. Number 2, get started. If you don't have a channel, maybe you don't have an idea, but most people who are thinking of doing YouTube have already thought about something that they'd like to share, okay? Because as I said, because we are seasoned, we have 20, 30, 40, 50 years of experience. Some of us have had multiple careers. You have learned something. And after COVID, one thing COVID has taught us is that people love to watch on their own time. They don't need to attend a class, right? Because if I'm looking for information, somebody asks me, I always say, call Mr. Google, go Google it. If I need to know how to do something, I go to YouTube. You can learn anything on YouTube, okay? So what we tell people, don't overthink everything. If you have an idea about what you want to talk about, because YouTube, you have to talk, but there are something called faceless channels out there. I have not looked into them, but apparently some people, I need to check that out. Some people have some channels that are doing really well, but they've never put their face on the channel. Maybe they use, like, what do they call those things? You know what? It's like a little picture. I forgot what they call it. But they're doing well too. Okay, so it can be done. So don't get paralysis of just overthinking and analysis paralysis. That's it. That's what they call it. Don't get caught up in analysis paralysis, or you're gonna not start. Saying, I don't like to talk in front of the camera. Get started. Yesterday, I was watching a video. I was looking for a document that someone said, "Where is that assessment document?" And I had to go find it in a video. And I'm watching that video. I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "You didn't look at the camera not once." I started. I didn't know that I had to figure out what the camera was and talk to people so people can see you talking to them and not looking somewhere. But that starts, you get good, you get better, but only by doing. And then you're going to become your worst critic. You're going to look at it saying, "Oh my God, look at, I look awful. Oh, I wore something white and you look washed out. Oh, the makeup was too heavy. Oh, and then that's going to be one point. You improve one thing each time you get better. So don't wait to see, I don't like to talk to people. I stumble upon my words. I don't look into the camera. I don't like the way my body looks. I don't have the equipment. Do not get caught up in the details. Get started. And someone says, if you have an idea, just start talking ad lib. Stop talking about it. Now, what I did when I got serious earlier this year, I wrote down 63 or 64 topics. So I wasn't just going to be talking, the weather here and then the sea and then cooking and the people who's going to run, right? Once you focus on one idea, just write down. And like I said last time in a video, ask your family and friend, do you think somebody would be interested in me talking about that? And then record a short video yourself and then say, what do you think? You got to be open, right? To somebody saying, oh man, you suck in that. Okay, we'll do a retake. A lot of times you see somebody putting a video on YouTube. Sometimes we've done it 3 or 4 times or 5 times. That takes work and energy. You sweat through it, you wipe down, you change your clothes, and you do it again. You do it again. Practice makes perfect. So get started. Number 1, decide up here. Number 2, get started. Okay? Number 3, find your audience. I tell people when you're trying to, in my video, how a 66-year-old, if you haven't seen that video, just go watch it, got her channel monetized in 4 months. And I took you through my system, my steps from starting one channel in 2019 to now. How I got focused in January of this year. Like I told you, this woman said she was on YouTube for 15 years. I mean, that's a long time. And today, again, I was watching a video, like I said, this guru, I call him guru because he has almost 2 million subscribers. He said, in order for you to go viral on YouTube, and viral meaning a lot of people like it, you get a lot of views. He says, find 3 people in your niche, watch their videos that are the most popular, got the most views, and study to see what they did in each video, the reason as to why it became viral, right? And today I watched this woman, even though she's been on in my age group, she's over 60 and she has a channel because I research single women retiring abroad. My channel is the only one doing that. They talk about retirement and other thing in other channel, but never that focus. That was my focus, right? So she'd been, and I'm watching her video. She's got 287,000 subscribers. I'm like, oh, that's great. But then I saw videos that are 9 years old, 8 years old. So that means she's been working at that craft. And she called it the over 60 something. Okay. So you have to have staying power. When you decide, you cannot be a fly by night. Persistence is what's going to take you over. All right. Find your audience. Once you decide what you are going to talk about, start talking about it. Your audience, I'm very lucky. Oh, it takes more than luck. It's work. Read the comments. That's how you build your audience. When people talk to you, to this day, every morning, I take my laptop, I sit on the patio, got my coffee, and I answer every comment. That's data for you. If somebody starts talking back to you, that's because they're interested. If they're not interested, they're going to just click off. People have access to so much information that you have to bring something special, something that talks to them. And that's why it's so important to relate, right? Like, I have fun, and you make yourself a little bit vulnerable. You open up about yourself, and people can relate. They don't want somebody sitting up here or feeling superior and perfect. That's not going to work. Be genuine, right? So listen to the people who talk to you, learn from them. Watch when they ask a question. And if you see a trend, you're like, oh, these are my people. They want a relationship with me. When somebody subscribes to your channel, it's because they want more of what you've offered in this video. And your job is to continue giving them what they subscribe for. Now, I've lost some subscribers. You're going to lose some subscribers. I remember I did a video that says why I chose Panama over Africa, 2 countries in Africa. Some people didn't like that. I expected the backlash, but actually the backlash was less severe than I expected. I lost a few subscribers for that because people get caught up in their emotion, even though I'm fairly good at crafting a message and shredding it in caring. I'm very careful how I say things, right? I am not, I am not gonna just come and just react to something you say. I had a guy in one video, he's like, oh, I think it was a troll though. He said, oh, you've been rambling for like 8 minutes, just get to the point. I said, well, I thought I was connecting. And one of my subscribers said, you are not renting. Some people are so rude, and you know how it is. People can say all kinds of things they want to say to you online. But anyway, so listen to what they're saying. Connect, talk, be kind, be nice. Don't just respond but the same line with every comment. They're going to say, maybe you're just cutting and pasting. You're not genuine if you're doing that, right? You're going to say, oh yeah, she's just cutting and pasting. No, people can see you through this camera. I am telling you, they can feel you. If you're fake, they're going to see it. If you're genuine, they're going to see it. They're going to feel it. And me, I'm genuine. I can guarantee you that. So that's how you start building your audience, by connecting with people, by giving them what they want. And when you first get started, it's always easier to start broad and then narrow in. Because again, when I was trying to look for my audience, I'm like, well, I am a woman of a certain age. I'm a retiree. I was reading comments on other people's YouTube channel and Facebook groups, and I started to see patterns, questions, same questions. And that's how I said, oh, I have a chance to connect with this audience by providing the information. Another thing is you have to provide value. People don't want to spend 5, 10, 15 minutes listening to you just going from point A to B, just scattered over the place. I like to connect like I just did before in the beginning, but you got to get to the point. People need the information. That's why they clicked on your channel. And that's how you build, you develop your niche. So number 3 is to find your audience. If you're going to talk about how to crochet, if you're going to talk about cooking, if you're going to talk about, like some people talk about leaving a toxic job, somebody may talk about grieving the loss of a spouse or a child, right? Find your audience, and then you'll find your niche. Start a little broad and then narrow it down. And don't be in a rush to just grab at straws. Make sure that the information you're giving is connecting to people and giving them the information that they want. And they will let you know. And as they're talking to you, they would say, oh, well, I wish you could have said this. I'm taking note. Maybe if one person says it, I may not. But if 5, 10 people say it, yeah, that's a need. And sometimes you might shift a little bit, okay? Be flexible. Find your audience, find your niche. That's number 4. And I kind of told you, you start broad and you narrow down a little bit. And sometimes it's something totally different from what you started with, right? Because you could say, oh, let's say if somebody was talking about, for example, weight loss. If somebody says, I want to talk about weight loss. But then if you start seeing, that's an example. If you start getting comments that say, oh my God, I'm 45 or 50, I'm going to menopause, it is so hard. And then you see that repeated, you're like, oh, weight loss for women of a certain age, right? So you see how you can narrow your focus. And then it could be once you start doing the weight loss and you're like, well, let's talk about nutrition. What are you eating? How you prepare your meals? And then again, you might shift to meal prep or veganism or whole food plant-based. So always be open for the opportunities. Don't put yourself in a box. That's what I'm saying. Number 5, commit. Now this one is going to take you far. When I tell you I'm giving you 10 sure steps to monetization, if you're not committed to this, it's going to take you 2-3 years to get monetized. Because if you're inconsistent, you lack clarity, you lack focus, you don't know how to connect with your audience, you don't listen, you're not sensitive to what the information they're giving you, you don't want to spend time doing your research, watching zillion YouTube videos. You're like, they all sound the same, right? You may get 1 subscriber a day, 1 subscriber a week. So that's going to drag. For me, I'm too impatient for that. I just want it to be on a fast track. But even I am not that fast, because 4 months is how long it took me to do it. Some people did it in, like this woman, she's 51. She said she did it in 10 weeks. Some people say they got it in 4 weeks. I don't know. And I'm not trying to replicate that. I just want it to be on a path to get to it. And if you do those 10 steps, you will succeed, okay? Now, don't take me to court and say, Maggie said, I'm going to get monetized in 4 months. I am not making any promises, okay? Everybody's journey is different. Even YouTube cannot give you a definite schedule, time frame for when that happens. Because remember, the world is it's big. There are billions of people out there. Even if you were looking for like 10,000 subscribers, think about 10,000 on the scale of so many billions. It's a drop in the bucket. But once you start working hard at it, once you get them and you keep giving them what they want, that's what I said. After that 1,000, it becomes organic. If you keep working at it, you keep giving them value, your subscribers is going to become, you're going to see it grow. Now, between my first video that did well and the last one that I did the last 2 weeks, so that would have been the end of September. I did that first video in June, July, August, September, 90 days. It was really slow. And when you have those times when you say, oh my God, and you know, like I say, I have my list of topics and I'm trying to give them value, but you don't see anything happening. That's when you don't give up. You stay consistent. You keep doing your best. Don't slack off. Don't say, oh, that last video didn't do well. Why do I keep, putting so much effort? Yes, you keep putting so much effort, okay? Because that's what's going to, one day you're going to wake up, you're like, oh my God, I got 3,000 subscribers. It's going to happen. But you have to be committed to the process. Guys, if you don't learn anything today, once you decide, you have to commit. It's not a walk in the park. You're not gonna say, "Oh, well, I look pretty hot and I look good. I have good vocabulary. I'm nice. Why wouldn't they listen to me?" It doesn't work that way. No. Mr. Algorithm is gonna look like saying, "Look at her. Eat your heart out." But once Mr. Algorithm sees that you have a story to tell, that's another thing. With YouTube, you have to become good at telling a story, whether it's your story and then interject life experiences in it, somebody else's story, just to keep it interesting, because you have to keep people's attention span. I make people laugh in my videos and they say, "Oh, I was laughing with you." I'm like, "Yeah, I was laughing at myself," right? Break it up, make it fun. Don't sound like a monotonous. I'll be the first one to just click off. Okay. And sometimes I'm watching a video and I'm like, what is she trying to say? Because there is no focus. Don't do that. Another thing the gurus tell you, and I don't really write everything out, but when I'm thinking of an idea, I have a script. I'm talking to you, I wrote it down. I cannot just talk to you and say all kinds of things. Sometimes I have to do research. I have to look at numbers and I'm like, is what I'm saying correct? Okay? So don't be haphazard. There is a system and you have to be focused, whatever it is that you're trying to say. Number 5, commit. To number 1, decide. Number 2, get started. Number 3, find your audience. Number 4, find your niche from your audience. Number 5, commit to the process, to hard work, to research, to learning. Okay? All right. Number 6, set a schedule. All right. So YouTube is a video, most of the time video format, right? You're telling a story, you are sharing, you are instructing in a storytelling fashion. Okay, so that's why having the light, having some equipment is helpful, not totally necessary. But what the algorithm wants to see is the repetition, the consistency. So the gurus will tell you, hola, it's okay. The guru will tell you the more videos you post, the better you're going to become, and the easier it is for you to get more subscribers. My story is, once I realized what my niche was, I said, I am committing. And if you heard my story again in that video, I'm going to commit. That was a challenge to me that I set. No one told me to do it. I got the inspiration from Stephanie Perry, she's a kind of a guru. She's got 174,000 subscribers. So I think she deserved the guru designation. I said, I'm going to post one video every single day for 30 days and see what happened. Now, at the end of 30 days, did I get the 1,000 subscribers? No. But I felt proud of myself that I stuck to it. I did not miss one day, right? But I could have probably gotten monetized sooner had I done like 3 videos a week. Now, if you are working, you have a job, you may not be able to do that. But listen, don't think you need to do a video for 45 minutes. My videos for that 30 days were like 15 minutes. And I did that intentionally. I was trying to gauge my audience attention span. When I watched that click-through rate, what that click-through rate is, YouTube measures how long people watch your videos. Very few people will watch a video from beginning to end. I mean, you would have to be so excellent and so good at keeping somebody's attention to keep them for, however long your video is. Most people click away. I'm guilty of that too. Very few times will I watch something to the end. Well, my dramas I do. But unless somebody's teaching me something I've never heard, I don't watch till the end. Or sometimes they're rambling or they're not focused, I click away. But if you do more videos and then they see that you are really working hard, they're like, oh, let me watch again. So if you can, I would recommend, you want to get monetized, right? You have a channel, you focus, you committed, you've started. Try to do 3 videos a week if you can, maybe 2. I did only 1, right? And this woman who is 51 years old, I think she called her channel 51 solo, 51 and solo or something like that. You might want to just watch her videos. In fact, vidIQ just referred to her channel. I think the first time I watched her was like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. She said she committed. She was going to do 2 videos per week until she got monetized. She said, I'm not going to stop until I reach that goal. And she reached it in 6 weeks. She was consistent. 2 videos per week times 6, that's 12 videos. That is not a lot. That is not a lot. And some people also stack their videos. They record them and they keep them, and you can schedule them when they go. You can do that. If you're consistent, you have a message, you can connect, you're genuine. Like right now, I thought about doing a couple of videos a week, but I have so many other things I'm doing and I'm retired. I don't want to get too, like this. No, I need to have time to travel and do other fun things too while I'm retired, okay? And I'm okay at the pace that I'm at right now because, like I said, we hit 1,000 on July 3rd, August, September, October, 3 months, we are 5,000. I'm not upset about that. So my growth is just more paced. And I just told you, I had like a period where it was really bare and slow. And you're going to have those times, but you keep at it. You keep at it. My job here is to get you to that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Okay? So 3 videos per week. Don't give up. Just make sure you write your topic and stay on topic. Don't just be, all over the place. All right. Set a schedule. That's what we just talked about. Number 7, commit to learning the system. While you are you look like you talk without making sense. Oh, well, thank you so much, Steve. Once you commit to your schedule, at the same time, you got to commit to learning. Learning is watching videos, taking notes. Don't just watch any kind of videos. Watch videos from people who are doing well. Whenever they say how to on YouTube, you click on there and you take notes. You know how to record, how to find your topic, how to write your script, how you film, the environment, how to connect, how to edit, doing thumbnails. And then next week we talk about the really details of, doing your thumbnail, your intro, the hook. It's a system, guys. And when you come next week, you have to get to the point where you say, I've heard this before. That's what Maggie was talking about. So come prepared. I cannot give you 100% everything, okay? All right. Commit to learning the system. The people who are doing really well, they say they have cracked the code, that dreaded algorithm code. I am not there. I cannot tell you that I understand it. Now, like I said, I'm just grateful that Mr. Algorithm said, "Oh, you Maggie, I'll give you a video," and then he gave me another one. The first one has 33,000 views so far, and the second one about monetizing is about 14 or 16. So I'm grateful. Listen, I'm a 66-year-old retiree, so I am not, I'm a baby boomer. I'm not a techie young. My brain is not that young, so I am grateful for what I have. Okay. All right. Number 8, the gurus will tell you improve one thing with each video, whether it's how you position your face, whether it is you understand scale, that you're not looking at the screen, your face is right there, whether is writing your script better, whether it's how you manage your time. When you do the intro, you hook them and you start talking, you start giving value right away, and then you can go into some storytelling, and then how you what's the word, where you condense everything to do the conclusion. So you could say, in conclusion, we did this, so people have the takeaways. Okay. Excuse me. And then how you always asking them to subscribe, like. Now they say, and I get controversial recommendations about that. This guy said, "Oh, asking people to like, share, subscribe is so immature. That means you're just a brand new." I'm like, it's okay. I am a brand new creator, so I'm going to ask them to like, share, and subscribe. But what they don't want you to do, they don't recommend, which is probably we talk about next week. I talk about now. You don't ask people to subscribe to your channels before you give them any reason to. That means you have to give them something of value. So right now, if I were to ask you, if you're watching me and you haven't subscribed, have I given you value? Have I given you a reason to click that subscribe button? I hope I have, right? But if you don't, I can't force your hand and just make you do it. No. And sometimes I'll post a video, and then in the subscribe area, I'll see -1. Somebody just unsubscribed. Maybe I said a word or something that kind of hit them the wrong way. What am I going to do about that? Not everybody's going to like you. Don't like this guy who just said to me, "You look like you talk without making sense." Well, I don't know who he is. He feels entitled, this person, to say that to me, because he could have said it to my face, I'm sure, if he would. Because that's what people are doing nowadays. They feel emboldened to say anything to you online. But click it off. You think you're attacking me, but you're not. You're not. You're just wasting your time. All right. So you want to improve one thing with each video. YouTube is a self-improvement program, because when you go back and you look, you should be proud of the progress you've made. You see, oh, my video looks a lot better. And that's the goal, right? So number 9, consider shorts, lives, vlogs. Now, in YouTube, in the YouTube world, this is a live, right? You can do some lives, but in the beginning, you want to start with making videos. Decide how long you're going to have your videos. Remember that people have short attention span. Remember your click-through rate. You want to keep your people watching your videos for as long as possible. Actually, the average is like 4 or 5 minutes of a video. So they are not going to be watching. Some people will watch long, but the majority of people are going to click away unless you keep crafting, improving your craft to the point where you grab somebody's attention and they can't get away from that screen, because you're just giving them jam and you're talking to them and you're connecting and they just can't get away. All right. So what you're going to do in the beginning of videos, okay? Don't do like a 5-minute video. That's just not long enough for you to really connect and give good information. I think 15, 20 minutes is ideal. I started at 15, 20 minutes, and now I'm about 30, 35 minutes. I've had a couple of videos that have gone over 45 minutes, but it's because I've had different segments. But on the average, even when I'm interviewing someone, I'm shooting for 30 minutes, 35 minutes. So decide for yourself what's going to be work for you. That's going to work for you. Okay. So you start with videos. As you get comfortable, you can do some lives. And you don't just do live and then nobody shows up. Right? So my videos on Sundays, I get over 1,000 people watching me cook, and I'm like so excited. And with you guys, when I go back, I'm gonna see how many people are watching this one. It's been in the 400. The first one was over 1,000, the first live. And then after that, I've got like 483 or 4 something, and I'm like, that's great. But my cooking lives, I've gotten like between 1,500 and then 2,000 people watching them, and I'm very, very humbled by that. Okay, so do lives once you have a community and you want to give some information that is timely, that you have more of exchange, like when you're talking to me now, minus this person trying to insult me, but you know what I'm saying? So you can do the live a little bit later, in the process. Right now, your job is to put out some videos, within reason, and research and become a learner. Now, shorts used to be like 60-second things that you just information, like nuggets, right? So learn how to do shorts. Shorts are very important. So if you decide to do videos once a week, shorts are nice so that they don't forget you within that time frame. But if you're doing 3 videos a week, you may not have time to do shorts, and that's okay. So if you do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, maybe you'll do a couple of shorts for the weekend just to keep, top of mind awareness. You've heard that. You don't want them to forget you, okay? But now, recently, this week, I heard that YouTube has changed. They're going to allow short videos up to, is it 3 minutes? And they will still calling them shorts. Now, I do shorts and I do short videos. I have videos that are 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And for my videos, because I'm talking about Panama and life in Panama, I just do little neighborhoods. If I go to a restaurant, if I go to a bus station, metro station, I try to show my audience the city while they are in process, and they appreciate that. Okay, so whatever you can do to supplement the information that you're giving in the regular videos, maybe snippets. Greta doing conscious healing, maybe you want to give some affirmations, or something to increase the connection. That's what you want. And I think my audience particularly like that. They say, oh, we like your short videos. And so one thing I do with my regular videos, once I say au revoir, goodbye, and then I do like a 30-second, I call it Discovering Panama with Maggie. And again, I'll film something and tell him about some kind of a cultural thing, maybe an event I went to. People like that too. So whatever you can do, and be creative, right? Be creative. All right. So you want to do regular videos, you want to consider doing some shorts, and you're going to do some lives once you have a community and you have some information to impart, and you want more of a give and take, you want some feedback in real time with your audience, okay? Found you today, you are great. Thank you so much, Lynn. Well, Mohammed, well, I'm glad you're checking. Rose, you need a moderator, says, oh, I think I'm getting there. Like I said, I'm just getting started. Thank you, though. That's really sweet of you to say that. Vlogs. Vlogs are when people are filming part of their lives. I don't do a lot of vlogs, but I know some people who their whole channel is about their life. I have a lady I interviewed. She's in Kenya, 60 plus life. Her channel's grown, but her style is mostly vlogging. She vlogs about her life in Kenya, and people love it. So give your audience what they want. Now, I don't do a lot of vlogs, but I had a subscriber say, "Oh, we'd like to see your life, what you do day to day." Well, I took him. I did a couple, walking to the bus station. But to me, I feel kind of subconscious, with my phone. I don't want to be filming people without them knowing, and I'm not gonna hold like a yardstick and like a tourist. I live here. Right? So I'm not a fan of vlogging that much. Now I'm gonna go on a trip. Yeah, I'll do a little bit vlogging, but it's not gonna be something I do on a regular basis. But that is also something you can do. You can teach something online. You can share stories. You can do the lives. You can do the shorts. And now you can do shorts. I've done shorts 10 seconds, 15 seconds, and I've also done them for the whole minute, right? Especially if I'm cooking something or I'm showing something that I cooked. All right, that was number 9. Number 10, be consistent. Don't give up. Like everything in life, it takes time, it takes commitment, and sometimes you give up just when you are going to become successful and you miss it. Okay? Now, I started in 2019. My channel name has changed over time because my focus had changed. When I found my audience in January, I focused, I concentrated, and then I know my niche. But now, because I'm sensitive to what my audience is saying, I'm talking to you guys. Most of you are not looking to come to Panama to retire. You caught something from a video I did about, oh, she can help me on how to monetize my channel, and that's what I'm talking to you. So don't be so focused that you ignore the opportunities, because sometimes people will say things to you, you're like, oh, I need to do that. But what I like the fact is that I can it's like a marriage. I can do something laterally without losing focus. My focus is still single women, older women retiring here. So I am blessed that I can talk about my whole food plant-based lifestyle, because as we get older, it's very important. So I can talk about health. I'm a nurse practitioner, so I'm always focused about health and prevention. So I find out with the live that I do on Sunday, it's like an accessory, it's like a side, right? So now with you guys wanting information about the monetization, I'm trying to see, can I merge them, or do I need to do a different channel? A lot of people have more than one YouTube channels, right? But again, remember, I don't want to be working YouTube 10, 12 hours a day. No, I'm retired. I love to create, but I don't want to be like this, because sitting in this seat and doing it on the computer is not so healthy. I have to get up, I have to go, I have to walk, I have to exercise, I have to have a life outside. So I need to decide what I want to do and how much I want to invest in this. All right. So those were my 10 sure steps. Please don't come back and say, oh, I did all that and nothing's happening. Remember that last one. Be consistent. Don't give up, and it will happen. Okay? It's not just me. A lot of people have done the same thing with commitment and patience and a determination and commitment to the process. You need to learn the system, the YouTube system, the algorithm. You need to study it. And once you understand, so next week we're going to tell you, I was watching a video, let's put it that way. And this person started talking, but I mean, her voice was so soft and she talked really slow. And I was sitting there saying, Oh, that is so boring. You see what I'm saying? So, and I'm also going to be doing some consulting because people need to understand. If you want to catch somebody's attention, you got to talk and say it, and not just don't be too. No, no, no. People don't have time. Okay. So if somebody is critiquing your video, say thank you, because when somebody is giving you feedback, it's good. It's good. Take it for what it is. Don't get your feelings hurt so easily. Okay. If you want to improve, someone will say, well, Maggie, I think you need to consider that. Oh, thank you. Let me take a look at that. Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. Right? But that's nothing like this person telling me that I don't sound like I know what I'm talking about. Okay. Okay, just let it go. All right, number one, decide you want to do this. Okay, it's worth it if you want to. No one's going to force you to do it. You have to decide for yourself. Start. Don't wait for perfection. You don't need high equipment. No, start. Find your audience, find your niche, commit to the system, commit to this process. And I promise you, it's going to happen. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. Focus. Set a schedule. Like I said, I'm recommending you do 3 videos a week, but if it's not possible, do 2. If it's not possible, do 1. But remember that people have short attention span and they will forget you easily. So you need to keep reminding them that you're still here with videos and shorts. Okay? Commit to the system, set a schedule, commit to ongoing learning, become a student of the system. The information is out there. There is YouTube University. Every week, YouTube has more information about how to do this, how to do that. They provide a lot of free content, free advice. You don't have to sign up for YouTube. You don't have to pay for it. There is no subscription. I don't even know if that's going to continue forever. You need to grab it while you can. Okay. Improve one thing with every video. If you keep doing it, you can't help but improve. Right? If practice makes perfect, I know it sounds cliche, but that is true. Consider doing your videos, consider adding shorts, consider doing some lives at some point, and vlogs if that's what you're into and if that's what your audience wants. If you talk about gardening, I think it's hard for you to just talk about gardening, right? They want to see you in action. That's a vlog. If you talk about sewing, you can talk about sewing, but you got to show them what you're doing. So depending on your topic, it might determine your format, right? And then the last one, be consistent and don't give up. Don't give up. Next week, I am hoping, I'm still trying to figure out this Zoom. I just signed up for a paid subscription, and I know I use Zoom to do an online course, and I know you can teach, right? And then you write on the whiteboard. But what I'm trying to connect is doing the live with this. And every time it says you can go live, then it says I don't have enough permission or something. So I have to ask a guru, maybe a teenager. You know how it goes. All right, guys, it's 1 hour and 13 minutes. So tell me if you have any question. Melissa, you're quite welcome. Did you guys get anything out of it? Was that helpful? Let me know, please. Mishi in midlife. Nice to have you. You're quite welcome. No questions. Okay. You're welcome, Miss Greta. Thank you for your support. You're always there for me. I appreciate you. And at the end, once I finish the live, I am going to post the 10 points as a PDF that I did so you guys can have access to it if you want. And I think for last week also, I did a document that I'm going to post in the description. That's where you're going to find the resources, okay? All right, I don't see any more questions. Oh, you missed it. But you can, once I close it off, you can see the replay. My pleasure, Miss Greta. Yes, you can see the replay. Once I shut it off, then it's going to upload, then you'll be able to have access to it. Okay. All right, guys. I said 1 hour. I was 50 minutes over, but oh well. Okay. So this Friday, my video is going to be about me interviewing one of my SWRA sisters here who's transition. Well, not transition, but she came to stay in Panama, and it's kind of nice to read about everybody's story. So I'm going to have her story. And in my playlist, this playlist is going to be, I'm going to call them a podcast. When I do the interview, they're going to be in the podcast playlist. And then I have a playlist, Retire in Panama. I have a playlist about living full time in Panama. I have a playlist about plant-based recipes, lifestyle. And I think I have another playlist that I call Aging in Place or something, because, ultimately that's the goal of SWRA. Everyone have a magical week. All right, guys. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.